plus some savings in the bank, they decided to buy a second property as a tenanted investment. They got advice from Toowoomba's Edge Lending, because Edge Lending are the experts in borrowing to buy investment property.
So Selena and I have been coming to a coffee shop. We've been looking for coffee every morning here at Castelldefels, and which is in Barcelona on the beach. As you guys know, you've been watching our videos. So just want to give a little shout out to this breakfast cafe coffee spot called Takua, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty eclectic. Sit outside in the sun, have a nice, watch the cars go by. Inside is pretty cool. Lots of nice plants, good music. I don't know what you sort of bit of a funky sort of vibe, which is really cool. Good varieties of the breakfast. There's a lot of different things, anything you could want. A lot of different fruit bowls, poke bowls, that sort of stuff, little yogurts. But obviously, you've got your eggs Benedict and that sort of thing. Done a little bit differently, Spanish style. A little bit of salad there with it. It was quite interesting to have that. But this is probably some of the better coffee that we've had around here as well. So need a couple of coffees to jumpstart us, even when we're on holidays. What's pretty interesting or cute, I guess, in a sense, is there's obviously a whole family or a flock of little finches that sort of obviously live around here, because they're like really tame. They'll fly inside in all the tables, jumping from table to table to table to table. Even if the people they're eating, trying to get a few little crumbs, maybe off their plate, maybe off the side of the table there, and you'll see people sort of feeding them a little bit. So if you love that sort of stuff, it's pretty cool, right? This is a really cool place to go. So in at Castelldefels, play at Castelldefels because we're on the beach. And a coffee spot called Takua. So, all right, guys, we're off to Barcelona in the CBD, and we'll bring you some of that footage. See ya.
Wow.
Zebra crossing on the smallest road I've ever seen.
Oh, okay. So he didn't stop and cross. So he ran ahead and crossed the crossing without. Hey guys, so I did tell you that Selena and I would be coming up to Castelldefels, which is basically it's the CBD of this region, but it's like a village, because all of the city centre, basically first level is all shops, and then above every place is pretty much two more levels, maybe 4, 5 is a bit of a stretch of residential living. So really villagey feel. Roads are narrow, they're made for walking, but if you need to get your vehicle up that walking road, you can as well. So cars and scooters and e-bikes and all those sort of things all sort of blend into one, which I guess for some people would think that is the absolute nirvana, but it's a bit strange. But it's interesting looking at all the buildings above the shops look like they were built, I'd say 60s, 70s, so it's really old. So it's really old feel, and nothing's been updated. And I wonder if there's a rule that says they're not allowed to build high, or maybe the economics just don't work. But we went up and down the street looking for lunch. We're coming around to one of the smaller laneways, and we came across to Bar Casa Victoria, so basically Victor's house bar. And we were looking for some tapas, and we came here. We were not disappointed, guys. So if you are here in Castelldefels, in the CBD area, it's not far from the train station. It's really close to the train station, if that's where you want to be. This is really good. So we only got four plates of tapas. So we started with some anchovies. The anchovies were really amazing. I kind of go back to them because they're so small. It's really hard to say they were the main thing, but they were beautiful. It was 4 anchovies in some oil. And we cut up in a little bit, and I was just like, oh, this is really good. The wine we had was basically a Grenache. It's only a 2023 Grenache, 4 de Vos. Good again, and it just had enough back acid to cut through some of the oily dishes, but also had enough body to handle the steak dishes. So let me go through what we had. So we had the anchovies; they were amazing. We then went on to sardines. So they're two big sardines. So not little things that you'd see out of a can. No, probably about that long. Bit of meat to them on some some crusty bread with olive oil all through it. And there was a jam or something underneath the sardine, and it tasted like it had been glazed lightly with honey. So it was just this crazy mixture of flavors. It was so good, so really good. I couldn't probably go enough on that. That was beautiful, and I could have eaten that all day. And again, the wine picked it up. It was just enough to cut through the bit of sweetness that was there with the fish. It brought the bit of fishiness out, which was actually amazing. It cut through any oiliness as well. So that was brilliant. We then went on and we had beef tartare. Now, beef tartare, when you look at the beef tartare dish and you'll see the photos in there, aesthetically, that was the best dish, I think, because we had like, I don't know what sort of bone it was, maybe part of the shin bone. Wasn't hollowed out, but like the marrow had been left in there. And then it was, the beef tartare, so it was cooked, obviously slow cooked, the marrow was beautiful. The beef tartare was chopped up into little bits on top of that, and then there was a string of, I'm not sure it was like really lightly potato, or it wasn't onion, I think it was potato, kind of wisped over the top. That was amazing. And like if all you had to eat was that with all that beautiful bone marrow on that, and it just reminds me of like dishes of old, back in like World War II dishes, these sort of European dishes where people did not waste any part of the beast. So good, so amazing. So that was a beautiful dish. That beef tartare, like you have to have those 3 dishes if you come here. Don't miss out on those. The last one we fished at, it was very pretty. It was black Angus beef cheek. It was swimming in some sort of white sauce. I'm not sure what it was. And it had some light little potato crisps on it. And it came out warm. It was a hot dish, and it came out and like it was just melted away. And it was just a beautiful. And this one had enough body to really pick up that as well. So. Pretty special. I was pretty impressed with it. The guys here really good. The service was good. They assisted with the wine. So when I said this is what we want, I'm not sure, we might need to order some more. We don't need to order anymore. Those 4 things were great for us too for lunch. Because here we are. And he said, look, I think this Grenache, which is what it is. This is the one you're going to want. It's going to handle and balance everything out. Beautiful. And as any good restaurateur or salesman will say, like, do you want any dessert? We're about to have dessert. We've got a couple of truffles. Chocolate and truffles. I'm not sure what that is. I'll send you a photo to what that is. So if you come here and Castelldefels, you definitely need to come to Bar Casa Victor. Excellent. We just left a review. I can't really stress enough. It's not overly expensive. Look, it's Europe, so it's not it's not low cost, but it is refined food. It is great food. The wine is great, and you will not be disappointed with the settings. It's again villagey feel. Everything is just a really nice. This is the light lunch where you want to feel very cosmopolitan. If I smoked, we'd be smoking right now, but I don't. Which is, kids don't smoke. It's terrible for you. And there's a big church right near it, so you can hear the church. You can hear the church going off as well. So anyway, guys, look, that's enough for that. That's our lunch. We're heading back to basically the hotel soon, and we'll see you guys soon. All right, cheers. Come on, have a taste. Hey everyone, so look, we brought you lunch, and now we're bringing you dinner. So for those who haven't been to Spain, dinner starts really at about 11 o'clock at night. Like really, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Selena and I aren't from Spain, so we kind of eat a dinner at about 8, 8:15. So we're the only people at this really nice Lebanese restaurant in Castelldefels, and in Barcelona, Spain, Espanol. And so we just, Lebanese food, those who love Lebanese food know what it is. We've got a plate of sauces with a couple of tomatoes and things, and we've got a plate of, which is basically the barbecue plate, things on skewers, and a whole lot of breads underneath it, and nice capsicum and thing. The sauces here are really good. The chef is Lebanese, so it was very authentic. It was really nice, and then as you do, had a bottle of wine, which was good as we'd expect when you're over here. And we're finishing off dessert with a shisha. Now the shisha deal, if you were here at night time, was pretty sure it is a shisha plus 2 cocktails, and they have to be mojitos, classic mojitos, for €25. So I guess for those from Australia, that's probably about $50 Australian, maybe 45 Canadian, maybe 35 US. Okay, so not too bad. Good little night out. The atmosphere was good. We talked to the owner. The owner's actually from Pakistan, and he's been here for years, and just understanding that he's really immersed himself in the Spanish culture. Told us about the area here at Castelldefels, and it's quite interesting because it's really, and even though it's near the beach, it's an heavily owner-occupied area. It's not really the tourist area. So when you look around, you see all the little cafes and the bars and things. They're all for the locals, and this is the community. This is the community that we sort of see a little bit of in Spain. That sort of, what resonates with me and what I'm seeing for I guess if there's a theme that you're going to take away, this is the theme that I'm getting. So a lot of 1-level businesses and 2-level, 3-level, maybe 4-level, residential in what I would call village style, even though they're small towns. Realistically, all around there, like a satellite around the outskirts of the Barcelona CBD. So, anyway, guys, look, if you are here, the restaurant is called the Xisol. you will not be disappointed. You come down. Last night we walked past here at 11:30ish. It was packed, fully packed. Like you wouldn't have been able to sit anywhere. So here it's about 8:30 when the only one's here because we're here way too early. No one's having dinner at 8:30 in Spain. It's all happens way later. So, all right, tomorrow we're not exactly sure what we're doing tomorrow. We're going to Barcelona, so we'll bring you some footage there. And signing off, we're going to finish our dessert, our mojitos, and we're going to crash and go to bed. And we'll talk to you guys later. All right, see ya.
Superannuation is every Australian's most important investment. The decisions you make now can have a large impact on when you can afford to retire and the lifestyle you'll enjoy when you do. There are so many companies to pick from for your super, but did you know that you can also manage it yourself? Edge Financial Services can help you take control of your super and plan for retirement with a self-managed super fund. There are many different ways for you to invest in your future. To find out more about investment strategies that will give you the edge in retirement, visit edge.net.au today.